Welcome to the Moto Academy Members Podcast. I'm Christian Gelauw, and in every episode I interview a member of the TMA community. Whether you're a member or simply curious about the world of motocross, these are the stories that inspire and unite us. In this podcast, we have two interesting persons. His name is Paul Belinger, age 11, and lives in Pennsylvania. But next to Paul, we also have Brock Belinger, age 9, also living in Pennsylvania. Makes sense, huh? Okay, let me.
The sound is not working. The sound is not working.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Red flag restart. 1 week later. Because that is what it is for us, huh? 1 week later. Did you realize that last week we were 5 hours apart? And this week we are 6 hours apart.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Oh, so you went 1 hour extra away from me, yeah?
It was daylight savings time, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what happened, huh? And I was in
That's
my
supposed-
region. It was already changed, huh? In 1 week earlier than your region, so to say. That's why
Yeah.
we were at 5 hours. Normally, I'm also always 6 hours with AJ, and AJ is, I think, also in your time zone, is it not?
Yes,
Better-
yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Bet is looking like, is that so? Yeah, that is so. Because I've had talks with him before, and then also it's 6 hours apart. It's always a little bit awkward. At least for him, I think, because he's not a morning person. I don't know. Hey, so as I started up this thing, I already mentioned that we are going to include a little bit extra compared to what we did last week. Yeah, so I put that a little bit in here for the persons who were here for the first time, because they were not here what we recorded last week. So,
Yeah.
difficult word, geography. I cannot
Geography.
pronounce it. Can you pronounce that?
Yeah, geography.
Geography. Okay, thank you. You see,
That's how-
as a
Yeah.
as a Dutch person, English is not so easy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
also it takes time sometimes before I understand what you say, or it could even be worse that
Thank you for,
I do not understand you. That's also a possibility. Eh? So keep that a little bit in mind. You also wanted to ask me questions, so I called that interview the host.
Okay.
I'm the host this time, still. And we also talked about adult versus you responding. And I asked the co-pilot, how do I have to call these guys from 9 and 11? And he says, call them tweens. Did you ever heard about that?
yeah, I've heard about twins.
Yeah. Okay, no. So it's a little bit in between teener and what? I don't know. What is that? Why is it tween?
Yeah. Yeah, it's between teenager and child.
Child? Okay. No, okay, good.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's like 10 to 12 as twins, and then like once you're 13, it's teen.
Okay. Let's turn the card around. And yeah, if Paul, if you can maybe pronounce this again because I cannot.
Geography.
Geography. So I asked your dad. So what is the longest ride that you did? Huh? That is a little bit what I had a little bit in mind. So let's start with this one. So here we have a map of the world. And I asked your dad about this as well. This is a little bit funny map to you because America is not in the middle, eh? But
Yeah.
this is a map what they often make for time zones. Yeah, so and of course for me that is very easy because I am somewhere in the middle in this
Yeah.
map. So let me
You're
get my
across the pond.
yeah. So you see the red dot here.
Oh yeah, the
There is where I am located in this map. Yeah, and I can tell you the 0. That is where the red dot is here. You see that? So it's sort of in, and we call that the UK. That thing here. Yeah, and then going in that direction. Yeah, that's why we have the 6 hours apart. Huh? A funny fact, maybe, just to be aware of this. North America is 250 times the Netherlands. So you can sort of imagine that my country is a little bit smaller than your country, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, huh? It's only,
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
only
a little.
250 times. Okay. What I wanted to do, you see that square box there? I wanted to zoom in on that a little bit. So I'm going to learn you a little bit about Europe and the Netherlands and the countries that are around it. Yeah. And also, I want to make that in relation to, I think, Brock, you said the 2 hour drive, huh? So to give that a little bit some perspective in here. Let's turn the card a little bit. Yeah, and we zoom in. Did you see how we zoomed in? So the blue thing is there, yeah? So that is the Netherlands. Let's first have a look what's around the Netherlands, so the countries. So let me get my pointer. So here, United Kingdom. On the bottom, we see Belgium, and below France. I did put that in. That's one country further. Here, there is also a small country. You see that? It's really even smaller than our country. It's called Luxembourg. I did not put it in the map because, yeah, it doesn't fit, right? And on the right to the Netherlands is Germany. Yeah, it's quite a big country, right?
Next to the United Kingdom, is that the island of Man? I think it's called.
The island of Ram?
Man.
Man. Oh, yeah, it's a good question. Is that there? We should ask Mind Moto this question. I do think it is, yeah. Island of Man. I think that is somewhere here below. But I'm not a really
All I know is next to the UK.
Yeah. Where it is here, I do not exactly know. We have to ask Mind Moto this. That's a good question. This is the future me. And Brock, I had to look it up. And indeed, you're right. There's a tiny island next to the United Kingdom, which is called the Island of Man. Very good. So, what I had in mind, I live in Etteleur, so I put that here on the left-hand side. You see every time that thing. But I also put a yellow dot, yeah? So that's over there. That is where I'm sort of situated in the Netherlands. And what I thought what would be funny to have a look at all the capitals of these countries, and then how many hours is that driving for me? Now, so I start first with Amsterdam. That is the capital of my country. It comes in. It's over there. Yeah, you saw that?
Funny.
So that is 1 hour and, yeah, let's say 20 minutes, something like that. The capital, yeah, go ahead. The capital of Belgium, that is the country below. Yeah, that is also pretty close by for me. So it comes in. Boop, boop. It's over there. Yeah. So this is a sort of purple smarty, I think. But yeah, you see, going to Amsterdam or to Brussels for me is the same distance. So staying in the same country or going to another country, same amount of time. Now, that really small country that I talked about over there, yeah, the different green color, that's called Luxembourg. That is for me 3 hours ride. And that's more because I have to drive a little bit, yeah, let's say more to the east, right?
Yeah.
And it could also be that the roads are a little bit unhandy. Now, maybe you ever heard about Paris? Boop, boop.
Paris.
Yeah, that's over there. And for me, yeah, that was already quite some distance, because that's then 4.5 hours. Now, then United Kingdom, I also put that one in. Here we go. boom, boom. And you see, I put in some crazy numbers there: 27511 275. So what the hell do I mean with that? Well, the thing is, I cannot really 100% drive that. I have to drive like this. And then over here, yeah, there's water, right? So what I need to do is drive my car into a train, and it goes into a tunnel, and I come out on the other end. Yeah, and then I have to drive further, and then I can drive to London. But if you would add these numbers, how much is that? Brock? A little bit of calculation here. Ah, do you also have to think here? Yeah.
2, 4, 5 hours and
I think it's six and a half at least. Yeah. So going from here to there, 6.5 hours.
6 points.
6 hours.
Yes,
and
6.6, to
0.5
be
miles.
precise. Now,
6 point.
then there is one more left that I wanted to show you because it is next to me, but the capital is very far away from me, and that is boop, 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 over there.
Berlin.
And that is indeed Berlin. Maybe you heard about this
Just
once.
put it over here.
Yeah. It used to be, in the old days, it used to be part of Russia still, and there was only that capital. Yeah, they had a road going from somewhere here to the capital only, but this whole part here was not Germany yet. Well, we call it East Germany, but luckily, at some point in time, somebody says, "Well, it makes no sense. It's still Germany. Why we do not make it one country again?" Yeah, and they made it one big country again. Now, a little bit about Europe. Yeah. So you can sort of imagine how small my country is. So you did the longest drive, 2 hours. Well, I'm already in another country. Well, even I could go to France within 2 hours. Yeah? Then I'm already in France. Funny, huh?
Yeah.
I think if you look at Europe, I think you have to look a little bit to these countries as very small states. Yeah, that is how you have to compare that. But what is in your situation if you go to a different state? Well, it's maybe difficult to understand that person because they have a different accent, but they still talk sort of English, right? But over here, everybody talks a different language. It's sometimes a little bit harder. Okay, let's go into the general questions, and that is then for me directed to you. And we did that already, practice this last time. So we're going to talk about the family a little bit. Yeah, there's a picture of the family. And start with Paul. I think you already answered this one, but can we repeat it again? So, who's the funniest person in the family or in your family?
I would say dad.
Yeah.
My dad. Yeah.
Yeah? Always? Every day? Every morning?
He's a pretty funny person.
Yeah. So, he's into the joke makings. So, in that respect, would you also like to be expressed later that somebody says, Paul, yeah, he's a funny person? Is that a good thing to be?
Yeah.
To be a funny person? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Good. Brock, this one for you. I think we practiced this last week as well. So, if your family were animals, what animal would each person be?
I would say Paul a giraffe, Dad a gorilla, and Mom probably a blue jay.
Blue jay. You said that also last time. But what is a blue jay? I have no idea what it is.
It's a type of bird that's blue.
Ah, okay. Blue jay. Okay. Sounds cool. Sounds very sophisticated, I would say.
Yeah.
What would you be, Brock?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. Huh?
Wearing the earrings right now.
So, what are you?
Axolotl, I guess.
Mm,
Axolotl?
yes.
Axolotl.
And what is an axolotl? I have no idea what it is.
It's
Oh, you haven't seen-
it's a amphibian.
Yeah.
That never goes to water, can regenerate almost any body parts, even parts of its heart and brain.
Whoa. Whoa.
Where's it?
It only lives in one lake in Mexico. I think it's pronounced Oxochumo.
Cool. And what color has it?
In the wild, it's only brown,
Okay.
like a deep color brown.
Yeah.
And in human bred, it can be like pink. Pink is the most popular one. Pink. It can be orange. Sometimes
So you said it lives in Mexico.
one lake in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard, but some people also say it lives in 2 lakes in Mexico.
Oh. Okay.
The lakes are more swamp. Like
So you're a little bit special, but you can grow everything again. So if you get hurt, you can grow a new arm or something. Oh, that's cool. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. It's again a family question. This one is then for Paul. Let's turn the card. Who in your family would survive longest on a desert island?
I'm gonna say is a tough one. I would say maybe my mom. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
And why would you say that? Not your dad or not Brock?
No.
Or
I
yourself?
don't know. It's just yeah.
Just a guess, right? Okay, good. That was a new question, huh? You did not expect that one, huh?
Mm.
Brock, the next is for you. Well, what's one thing you love about each person in your family? Now, let it go.
probably Paul's humor, Dad's humor,
Nah,
Paul's
you cannot do that. You cannot do 2 times humor. You have to invent something else.
Paul roughhousing and Dad humor and Mom medical, I would guess.
Mom medical. She's good. Yeah, okay. That question is we already discussed last week. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Okay. So you love that your mom is good in medical stuff.
Don't laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote here the word love, right? So you love that your mom is good in medical stuff.
Do you love that your mom is good at medical stuff, bro?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought you were saying laugh.
Now, love. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I understand. My pronunciation is wordless. I agree.
Love. Do you love that your mom's a nurse?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you get hurt, you know where you need to go. Huh? You can go to your mom. It's perfect. Yeah, of course. Okay. The next slide, I'm going to put it to the slide. Yeah, so I'm going to put that to the different view again. And this is adult versus tweens. Yeah, here it comes. So you can read it out loud. Rules are made to be broken.
Yes or no?
Some rules.
Some rules. Okay. Which rules?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is difficult, eh?
Yeah.
In laser tag places, they always say no running.
Yeah.
But be able to run.
You can. That is one of the rules we can break, right?
Yeah. And when they see you do it, they just like don't care.
But what about stealing?
Nope.
So
Well, depends.
there are some rules that you say, okay, huh? And there are other rules you're like, yeah, that's not really appropriate to do, right?
Right.
I think that is always in life like that. You will learn that during your
Speed
life.
limit again.
Huh?
Yeah.
Speed limit.
The speed limit, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, how is that in US? I think I learned when I was in the US, they said, well, if you do not go faster than, what did they say? I think 5% or something, then it's okay.
Yeah, you're usually good up to 5 mile an hour over.
Oh, yeah, it's 5 miles.
So
Okay.
55 and you do 60, you'll probably you'll be okay.
Yeah. I think over here, this is sort of similar story. It's like, I don't know, a few. We do not talk about miles an hour. We do not talk about miles. If I would make a distance with my hand like this, yeah, how long would you say that would be?
I think like 3 inches, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to tell through the screen.
Yeah, okay, but this is my head, so that's the reference. Yeah, 3 inches, huh? But I do not have that reference, what you say. For me, this is 10 centimeters.
Yeah. You guys use the metric system.
Exactly, yeah, we use a different system, huh? So, but I think if we talk about speed, yeah, we talk about kilometers an hour, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and not miles, because we do not know the miles. And to be honest, for me, it's difficult when I'm in the States. I have to make a note for myself saying so many miles is, oh yeah, okay. And then I have a sort of reference for speed. Okay. I'm going to show a next question that was for me. And you tell me who made that question. I do not know. I'm going to show you.
That was me.
Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah,
That was me.
That was you. So you wanted to know houses in the Netherlands, right? How they look, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So I was thinking, is it maybe best if I just show you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me, I'm going to remove us from the screen for a moment. And I'm going to turn this thing around. Whoop. Who's this?
You.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, let's have a look. What's going on? Hey. You want to see some Dutch houses? So I thought, let's put on the camera. And let's take the bicycle. It's my wife's bicycle. And let me show it. I'm going to drive around a little bit. So you have a feeling of, yeah, how do the houses look like? At least that was the idea. So now on the left hand side we see the more expensive houses. You see they are separated, set up, so to say. And on the right hand side here we see here the more connected houses. And I will be driving here. Also, same story here, left. The more expensive
really
houses separated or two together as one. And on the right hand side you see coupled houses where they're coupled in 1, 2 and then a little bit shifted. And you see here also a different type of house, also coupled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you see the block is changing direction a little bit. So here we have some
parking spots.
I would say small flats for somewhat older people, I would say. By the way, very nice weather to do this. And I'm currently cycling in in my own neighborhood, so to say. And then you get to see a real road here as well, with not only cars going in two directions, but if you look carefully, you see that we have a sidewalk. We have a lane for the bicyclist, 2 times a lane for the cars. I also have to watch the cars a little bit here. And then again, a lane for the cyclist and yet another sidewalk. So it's a huge amount of lanes that we have here. And I'm going to drive here the cyclist lane. You are here also left and right to see similar type of houses, and to be honest, they are sort of made in a certain area, so to say. They were built in the 70s and maybe the 80s, but I think this is all 70s what you see here. If we go now here, this is where our theater is. Yeah, you see also the cyclist sign. And if I go here, this is, I would say, the largest building that we have in our town. No, let me... Here, this is also scary. Look at this. Cars, bikes, people who walk. Ah, and a lot of wind.
Oh, that is cool.
It's pretty windy today, but I would say around this time of year we get this windy situations a lot. Shoo! Okay, let's cross the road. Ugh. Now, it looked like a good idea, this thing on my wrist, but it hurts like hell. Again, more houses. I think these are newer a little bit. Now here's also a strange situation. I'm cycling on the left, but I have to go to the other side. Now I have to wait. What we see here on the right hand side are the somewhat more expensive houses as well, again. But these houses have quite some property, as you can see. They have quite big gardens. And you see here these houses, yeah, it's like somewhat older houses. They used to be, yeah, maybe part of a farm or something. Yeah, really here the people start getting houses with, yeah, huge pieces of property. Yeah, you see on the left hand side farmland. On the right hand side you see houses. So hello, what a wind. Now let's go a little bit in this direction. So going for the wind, that is better. It feels like quiet all of a sudden. The air, the sky is really beautiful. There's a lot of, yeah, different clouds in the sky going in different directions. It gives nice figures. But you see, here, this used to be a glass house. Now the glass is almost out, eh? At least only on top there's still glass, but there's nothing growing inside. But you see here, from here on, it is farmland. And yeah, you see already a little bit houses in the background somewhere, but it will be a while before you are at the next town. What we see here in front of me, that is a road only for the cyclist. You see, they really made it for us only. The cyclist can go in two directions. You're also allowed to walk here. Yeah, that's also possible, no problem. And but you see also how nice they put these trees here. Can I go down here? I don't know. Let me have a look if that's possible. I think it is. But I have to do a little bit of off-roading, I guess. Let me do this. Yep. Can I do this? Is that possible? What is it? Okay, I'm down. Now you see also that they create here sort of place for children to play. And currently I'm cycling on a really walking part, but okay, that's another story. Let me drive on the road. So, and then you have a little bit better feeling of modern houses, how they built that. Yeah, and maybe you did or did not notice, but all our houses, well, not all, but most of our houses, we always build them with bricks. Yeah, I know in warm areas in the United States, yeah, they of course can just build the houses with wood, but over here we do not have so much wood. So from very old times already, I would say, people are building houses here with bricks. Yeah. Now, we have different shapes of houses, and you see that these are two houses together. Here there are coupled houses, like 8 or 10 in a row again. Here sort of separated houses. So one person, one family. And on the other end, you see 2 houses in one again. So yeah, you see here some different shaped houses again. I think I want to go there. I think you have a little bit of idea. And I think if you look at how this is built, this is pretty well how a lot of areas are built, so that people live next to each other. The only thing is, in the town that I live, we do not have so many stacked houses, like apartments. We don't have that a lot. This a lane only for the bicyclists. So it's even not for walking officially, right? That's funny, eh? And if you look here, they have a new area, so the car is allowed in here. So, and they're only allowed to, and that's this sign saying that the car can drive here, but the car is the guest. The only thing what I would like to do with you guys is, somebody's killing me almost, is drive through center, because that's also fun. Here's the bakery. And you see that these are small shops. Yeah, it starts here, wedding dresses, whatever what. The cycle store. And on top of these stores, quite often people are living. But in between, sometimes there are also some normal small houses. Here, grocery shop, electronic shop, washing machines, hair coloring. Oh, they have a lot of hairdressers here. Here on the right hand side, you see where I typically do my groceries. You see here the glass door open. That's where I do my groceries. And you see a lot of space for cyclists. You see that? All the metal things here for cyclists. Here's where they enter, let's say, the shopping area. And you see here a big church, that has been around for a long time. And on the left hand side, town hall. And here, let's say, the main outside road for the shops. You see already Christmas decoration here. Now, this is our market, so if there's a market, they do it on this square. But in the summertime, if they have live music, they also do this on this square. I don't know how you call that, fairs. That you also do over here. Here we have outside sittings for drinks and food, restaurants. Here also a little bit, this is the old square and also the old town hall. And what is maybe interesting as well, that I don't know if you recognize this picture there on top. It's against the light, let me turn around. But this building also has it. The church is called the Van Gogh Church, the building here, but that is a famous painter. And you see here on top in the flag also the name of that guy, because he has lived here in this area. And not only here in Etteleur, but in several towns. Okay, I'm going to turn around. I think we've seen enough from Etteleur, right? And to be honest, is this now comparable with whole Netherlands? No, of course not, but I think you have an idea how it looks like over here, right?
So what'd you think?
Yeah.
That was awesome,
That was
Christian.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very cool.
I think that is the best what I could do. The only thing was, in my bicycle ride, I did of course 2 of your questions, but you will see that later on. So it's a little bit cut here and there. And yeah, I had to do this somewhere this week. When I was working, I had to do it in the middle of the day. So I had to, yeah, just get on my bicycle and then record it all at once. Because else I did not have enough time. Eh?
Yeah. Our house is also made out of bricks.
Excuse me?
Our house is also made out of bricks.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, that I've been to several people in the United States with different houses, and of course I've seen houses with bricks, but I've also seen quite so many houses with panels and wooden things, etc. But
Yeah,
I
our
think,
house
yeah,
our house is older, so it was our house was built in 1929.
yeah,
So-
okay,
So yeah, it's brick.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting seeing all the brick built. Like those houses are going to last forever.
yeah,
Our house is like close to 100 years old, I think.
ah, yeah. If you what your dad says, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Now, good. I hope that I hope that you would like something like this, but yeah, it was also a little bit like, ooh, what am I going to do? So, but
No,
okay,
that was awesome, Christian. I really appreciate it.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, cool.
Also, the roads were really cool. How they were like made out of bricks too.
Yeah, yeah. You saw that, eh? That they put indeed
A lot of
bricks on the
solar.
road. Yeah,
There's a lot of solar panels.
yeah. I can tell you that that is the last. Yeah, I think last 5 years that is increased a lot indeed. Yeah, our government is pushing that a lot. So a lot of people put indeed the solar panels on the roofs indeed. Yeah, and especially with the new houses, of course, they built with already in, sort of in the roof already.
Mm.
Yeah. We also have biking. We all have biking lanes here.
Oh yeah, what you saw that long bike there. Yeah,
Yeah, the biking lanes.
yeah,
I've only seen one.
We don't have
It was in a
yeah, we don't have sidewalks.
No.
Where we live, but like, cause we're like sort of outside.
Yeah.
Of
yeah. That
so
is,
we don't have sidewalks, but in there they do have a lot of sidewalks, just
Yeah.
not biking lanes.
you saw at the point where I went completely out to the farmland. That is the same story. There is only a road and there's no sidewalk anymore. Because I was then cycling on, let's say, the road that is there, and that's it. There's nothing outside the road anymore. So that is, I would say, also normal here. So when you're in the city or in a town, that is where you have the sidewalks.
Yeah, I do like how much cycle. I saw all those bicycles. Where that's awesome.
Yeah.
All this. It looked like everybody had a bicycle when you're going through the town.
Yeah, and I can be honest. If I would go to Amsterdam, it is even a factor 10 more.
Oh wow.
Because that is let's say the center of Amsterdam is without cars.
Okay.
So yeah, the only way to go from A to B is either with a tram, they call that. So a
Okay.
sort of trolley on a metal rail,
Yeah.
Oh okay.
or the bus or the bicycle. Now yeah, in the Netherlands we have a lot of bicycles, so that a lot of people just move from A to B with the bicycle.
Yeah, and it was interesting seeing the different like the bicycle with like the carrying thing
Yeah.
up front when he was going through the traffic circle.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing that stuff.
Yeah, I picked that part out. It was by accident that I saw that person, because I had somewhere else also another person, but a different shaped. But I was not looking at that person enough, so it was not, let's say, enough in the shot, so to say. But yeah, especially for instance, here I have some young couple. They first started out with 2 cars, but they decided, they said, yeah, it's expensive to have 2 cars, so they bought
Yeah.
one such cycle, and it has also some electric support, and they put the 2 kids in front, and they drive around with the kids like that.
That's awesome.
Bring them to school, bring them to daycare, whatever. What? Yeah?
I would definitely, if we go on a long trip, I'm definitely gonna visit the Netherlands. That's so cool how they have biking lanes.
Okay. The The next thing, yeah, it's a little bit a twist, but it's again an adult versus tween statement. So
Yay.
let's go there. Whoop. I'm going to go like this and then zip. So you should always finish what you start.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Oh,
I would think a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. But I have a lot of things.
There are a few circumstances where you can't finish what you start, or you're not supposed to finish what you start.
okay. Yeah, that is funny. So you started off a bit. Yeah, in fact, you should always do it, and then you give 2 reasons. Yeah, you can maybe not start finish it, and so where, because this is a saying, this is an English saying, so where is that coming from?
I don't know. It just yeah, because when you don't finish what you start, eventually it starts piling up.
Exactly, yeah. I think that is what it's coming from. So if you have to do chores around the house, and if you're not starting that, yeah, it will never get done. And only more and more chores will
Yeah.
be there. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go to the next game. We did that already last time. It's the mom-dad game, Mom or dad, right?
Okay, yes. You grab him some snack. Big bar.
If you need a break, you tell me, Okay.
Alright.
The mom or dad game. You can remember it from last time, from last week, I hope. So I show a word and you say mom or dad. And I think we did this one already, so should be fine.
Mom.
Okay.
Dad.
Hey, last week it was different.
Ooh,
Somebody said something else last week.
yeah.
So your influence is there, Bet. Okay. Next thing is again a question to the host. So yeah, you tell me who gave this question. I do not know.
Me.
Say it loud.
Me. Brock.
Yeah, it was again you. So you give me all these difficult questions like houses and cars and so yeah, I thought like when I was driving around you already saw some cars going around, So I guess that we saw some already. But I added something more for you. Let's see if you like that. Here we go. I was thinking driving to a car dealer so that I could show you, yeah, let's say the cars that we drive. You already see here a car driving as well, but I think you have a good impression of different types of cars. Yes, here I'm at, yeah, a car shop, buying shop. Let me have a look what he has for us. Oh, the car needs to go in here. I was not paying attention. Well, it turns out there's not so many cars here. But okay, let's have a look here. It looks like a Toyota dealer. So Toyota, all kind of Toyota Yaris, Toyota little car. Yeah, Hommel, that is the name of the company. You see here some cars. Oh, yeah, okay. Here are some cars. And I would say the Toyota is of course a quite expensive car. As you see here, probably a customer. Opel, stuff like that. We have that. Of course, we also have Ford. Yeah, all kind of brands. Now, I see here some different brands as well. And you see here the smaller cars. I think they are more the typical cars that one person
how
would
much-
drive, not the family. These are the bigger cars from Suzuki. MGs, okay.
Suzuki.
I think you get a little bit of feeling of what kind of cars we have. But you see, these are really the somewhat smaller cars. And if you go a little bit in this direction, you see a little bit larger cars, more of the family cars, I would say. On this side, the Lexus, I see, Peugeot, again Toyota, a person watching. And you see here, and also here, an older Mercedes, Seat, Kia. No. Somebody's cleaning the car. And here more. Okay, a little bit of idea of cars. To be honest, when I was in the United States, what I can remember very clearly was that, one second, what is really different, okay, we have smaller cars, that's one thing, in average, huh? And what amazed me really is if you look at a truck in the United States. That is really funny compared to the trucks that we have, because your trucks are so big. And what I mean is not the total thing necessarily, but the one that is pulling the load, so to say. We always have flat noses. I think the American brand Mack also has flat noses, but yeah, over here it's more an exception if you would have a big nose, so to say. I think the brand, ooh, that person was not watching me or did not expect me. And where I was going now with you guys was yeah, to the highway, because I do not live very far away from the highway. So I thought, let's just go there and show you yeah, the cars coming by. You see here the electric cars, the Tesla. Now let's first have a look at how the cars look like on the highway here. And especially pay attention to the trucks here. Here they come. As you can see, all flat-nosed. See that? And these are the typical trucks, what you see here. This is a Scania, this one a DAF. So that are the, I would say, the main brands. I think we also see Volvo sometimes. Yeah, this is Volvo. And again, a DAF. That's a Dutch brand. Well, used to be. And this is again Scania. Yeah, so you see that we have, oh, this is a MAN. A man, huh? Another man. MAN. I don't know why it's called MAN. But I think you have also a good overview of, yeah, what type of cars you see driving, huh? Now this is Mercedes. See, the Mercedes, they look a little bit different from the other trucks, I would say. Ambulance, funny. I think you get the idea. But if you look in the background, you can also see that, in fact, this is also sort of the end of the town where I am at.
There weren't a lot of trucks. There's a lot of like larger cars. Oh, you're muted. I
We
can't hear you.
So larger cars, that is how you see that, yeah.
There's a lot of large cars.
Yeah, I think in US I did see the double trailers. That was not in over here. We do have those, but it's not common. It's the size what you saw, sort of what you saw with the tractors. So it's that is typically the size. It's one.
Mhm.
We say one container. Yeah, and but also that has comes in different sizes, of course. But what
Mhm.
I found very different when I was in the U.S. that I saw a truck coming, and the part that is pulling the load is as big as the load itself. Like,
Mhm.
hello, why is that? Because
A lot of the bigger trucks, the guys will sleep in them. They
yeah,
kind of live in those things.
yeah, but even the flat nosed trucks that you see here, they also have space to sleep in.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right? So I think that is in Europe because everything is smaller. Then also everything they make a little bit smaller to be
Yeah.
economical, so to say, right?
Yeah. And your roads are a little bit tighter too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that is probably how it feels to you if you look at it. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
compared to what I can remember from the US, especially if it is a highway, then it's
Yeah.
like twice as wide. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do say there is like a lot of types of just like one type of car.
yeah, they look
There's
alike.
yeah, they all look alike, but
I agree.
here in America, there's a lot of um other there's a lot of like different types of cars and stuff.
I don't know. I for myself, when I was in the US, that's already some time ago now, but I've been in the US for work several times and also for holiday. I do recognize similar things, but I see more bigger family cars, so small vans for me almost, yeah. And
Mm.
also, what I noticed is if I talked about Ford, that's why I said that you have models that we simply do not have, and so
Yeah.
they're not pushed on our market because it would be a too big truck.
Mhm.
I think also I'm not 100% sure if that's true in your region, but you see also quite a number of trucks. I also see that in the TMA app that people really drive a truck like an yeah high wheeled truck, and when there is something in the back where you can put your bike in, even that we do see, but it is not common because you saw the parking lots. It doesn't fit that truck,
Mhm.
so it
I would
is
not want to drive. Yeah, I would not want to drive our truck where you live. Like it would not be a pleasurable
yeah
experience.
exactly. So
In your neighborhood, once you get out, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But
exactly.
like, I don't even like driving our truck through the city,
Yeah.
like here, because
Yeah.
it's just so tight.
Yeah, exactly. So, and of course, that I think that is always like that. If you have more room, okay, then also your car can be bigger, and that's also handy when it's bigger in that respect.
Yes,
I mean,
and
you
it
can.
seems like here that the truck has replaced the station wagon of the '70s,
Ah,
the
yeah,
'80s, the family station wagon.
yeah, exactly. So, what did you eat yesterday? Hey, I'm going to go to the next topic again. We talked about it last week, and probably you can recognize that. That is
Cool.
the school, huh? And
Yeah.
I have, of course, a few questions about school again. I think these are the similar questions. I did not create new questions, but I did cut out a few because I think this question was a funny question, at least what you answered, Paul.
No.
So, what is a school rule that makes no sense to you? I can remember that fun very well.
Yeah. It's probably like chewing gum and not having a hood on. You're not allowed to have a hood on.
Yeah? Is that a rule that makes no sense to you?
And also the recess. You can't have recess in 6th to
Yeah.
college.
That is what I remember from last week because I, as an adult, also think that is not really a good rule. Yeah, that
You should
eating gum. I understand that.
yeah, it does make a tiny bit of sense, but still.
Yeah, the thing is, and that was also in my school. Then all the gum comes underneath the table, right? That is where it ends up, huh? And to prevent that, yeah, they say, okay, no gum. I think that I understand that rule. Okay. One for Brock. We talked about this one, but you have to explain it very slowly to me again one more time. So, if your classroom had a secret trapdoor, where would it lead? So, where would it go?
Probably Discovery.
To
And
discovery.
Discovery is like science. You build things out of like cardboard. Right now we're doing a pumpkin thing.
so-
We're building something we can only use simple machines. We have to use at least one simple machine.
Okay.
Get a large pumpkin upstairs. But we're not building big stuff, something big. We're just building it enough to hold like this big of a pumpkin.
Okay. And what did you make last time, or the last time that the thing that you built?
At first me and my group were trying to make a cart with 8 inclined plane to make it go up. And we were gonna use a pulley, but instead we just simplified it and just used a pulley to lift up a box. That's what we're trying to build.
Okay. Now, it sounds already complex to me. Yeah, but maybe I should
Also made a candy grabber.
a candy grabber. That I understand. That is a good. That's a good idea.
And the teacher, Miss Darren, puts a little of a backstory. Like when you're building the candy grabber, she said, "I broke my arm and I can't grab the candy for Halloween." And the one hand is holding my pillowcase. With the pillowcase is to hold the candy. And so we had to make a candy grabber.
A candy grabber. Okay. Hey, who's that? I see somebody else coming, joining. Who's
I
that?
could show it. I have it upstairs.
Who's? Yeah. Do you have your candy grabber upstairs?
It's upstairs. I
Ah,
can grab it.
you can grab it. You get it.
What?
And then Paul tells me what he's holding. So
Oh,
who's that, Paul?
Oh, it's from I think a dirt bike show.
Carson Brown.
Carson Brown.
Okay.
CB910 Buddy Bear. Yeah.
What does it say?
CB910 Buddy Bear.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's mirrored, of course. Okay, good. And CB, what is that? What does it stand for? 910? No
Carson
idea.
Brown.
Carson Brown.
Ah, okay.
Carson Brown, the guy that does the YouTube shorts on the dirt bike.
Yes.
He had a sale a year or two ago on those little goofy bears. And he called them the CB910 Buddy Bear.
Yeah, they can like hold your phone,
cool.
and he posted like a funny short, and then like the camera, and then like there was a camera and like went around, and the Buddy Bear was holding the phone.
Ah, cool. That's good.
Yeah. So we
So,
make
Brooke?
stuff like this.
Ah, the holder. Yes.
You put your hand
Whoa.
through here. It's a rubber band, so it's
Yeah.
both sides. And then
Oh.
I
grab
like
the
to
bear.
put my thumb and my pinky here, and then the rest of the 3 fingers just.
Hold it up. He can't
And how
see.
does it go out? It goes out by itself. That's just
No,
the way
you
it's
just-
glued.
no.
Ah, yeah. Cool.
I think it's just a spring from the cardboard.
Yeah. Yeah. From the cardboard.
And
Huh?
they got the little bear.
Grab the bear. Ah, it's a little bit too big,
More for
I guess.
small stuff. Oh.
Okay, I have a statement again, adult versus tween, and this is of
Yay.
course related to school, huh? You can understand that, huh? Now let's have a look what that is. Here we go. School prepares you for adult life.
Some of it.
There's some weird questions.
Yeah, some of it. Not all of it, because
No?
then we don't learn. Yeah, because like
They ask like questions like, Billy is buying 900 apples, and then for the party, and then his friend is buying 500 apples.
Mm-hmm.
How much apples do they have together?
Because they're making you solve math, but they're giving you a situation to
Exactly,
solve the math.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to give you
Like they're giving.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
they don't want to give you like 500 plus
900.
900. You want to like explain it to make like a real world situation.
And like they ask like, and they ask what's 5 plus 5,
Yeah.
and you answer it, and then they say, explain how you got that. Like,
Oh, and can you explain
explaining
that?
how you got math.
You add 5, and then you also add 5.
Yeah. It's easy, with the hands, 5 and 5, that makes 10. But yeah.
That's Brock struggles with that a little bit with especially with the math. They'll ask him, how did you come up with that answer?
Yeah.
Brock might not fully, be able to explain it.
Now, to be honest, explain how you add 5 by 5.
And they,
Yeah.
and they do stuff where you have to show your work. If you're getting the answer, then you're good.
No, I disagree. Now, then let me explain that a little bit, why that is not the case. I'm now the adult, and I was a math teacher myself. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I did that for 4 years. If, let's say, in your neighborhood, they're building a building, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, or a bridge. Yeah, a person has to do some calculation for strength for that building and that bridge. And you say, now I give the answer, and the guy who makes the drawings, he says, oh, you have to put these beams in of this thickness, and then you're okay. And then the government comes in and says, yeah, are you sure that it is strong enough? Yeah, I'm sure enough. I calculated this. Would you believe that, Brock?
What?
Would you
Would just
that?
believe that somebody says, I calculated it, this is the answer?
Or do you want to see how he got the answer?
So if you want your house built safely, you want somebody to sort of prove that it is built in a safe way. So you have to prove how you get to the answer. Now 5 plus 5, to prove that is a little bit difficult, but and that is why you have to do that.
And they do questions where like you're not going to use, like they're doing it too small.
Oh, okay. So it has to
Like
become more complex then for you.
And like they say, show your work on stuff where it's like, how do you show your work?
Oh, very simple stuff.
What I do is I just write what I have in my what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the kind of person that does this stuff in my brain.
Okay.
And I just like think. And then if it's big, then sometimes I'll write it down.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is I just write how I got the answer in my head, and I just put it on the paper.
No, I think that's good. I think that is what the teacher is looking for. Teacher, I don't know if it's a man or a girl. It doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. Okay. I always say, because I had quite some discussions, of course, with students as I was a teacher. I think you are in school to learn to learn. You understand what I say?
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
You learn to learn. And that is important in life, that you can learn. Because if you would stop with school and do not know how to learn, you do not grow anymore in your mind, so to say. Yeah, and then it means that all the people around you, they get smarter and you stay the same. Because you do not know how to learn.
You can't learn how to learn, then you can't learn how to be an adult.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. That's a good one, Paul.
It's also a little bit tough. I agree with Brock. It is a little bit tough to show the answers because
Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
in sixth grade, the questions are pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But she gives us a calculator.
Oh, yeah, you can
She uses
calculate it,
a
you say.
calculator, so it's just
Yeah, I do
hard
understand it.
to calculate because I just go boop boop boop.
Yeah, I understand it, Paul. But how does he know that you did poop, poop, poop in the right way, or that you just looked at the answer of your person next to you?
You have to show your
You
work.
do have a fair point.
Huh? Ah, tell me.
Fair point. I guess fair
point.
Yeah,
You
and that's
have
why
a
they
really
do it. Huh? That's why they do it. And that you can show to them, hey, this is I know how it works. This is how I did it. Yeah. And I think what is also important, especially with the calculation, yeah, I was a math teacher, so I can go on forever, but it's the order how you do things. Yeah, that is important that your teacher can see that you understand that you do it in the right order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because then you can also see like where you messed up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because
Saying the answer is wrong.
yeah, so indeed, so Brock says this is my answer, and if the answer is wrong, it is no points. Right? It's wrong. And when I was a math teacher, they had to do complicated stuff, also write it down in steps. And if they would make a mistake, one mistake only with calculation, I said, okay, but all your steps are okay, but you did a simple miscalculation, whatever what, then you would still get half of the points.
Yeah. Because usually if my math teacher, Miss Wise,
Yeah.
can tell can tell what it is, usually she'll give us like a half point if we like show our work, but
Yeah.
usually on like the I guess quizzes,
Mm-hmm.
she gives us like a paper to like put like fill in the dots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she gives us also a paper just to like the answers and stuff.
Ah.
Like the
Yeah,
question
it's a multiple choice then. We call that.
papers, so yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. The next slide is again a different slide. Is again interview the host. Let's go. Let's have a look what that is.
Good.
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Food
this was
of the
me.
Netherlands.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I try to give some meaning to this, and I go a little bit back to the painter that I was talking about, and that is Van Gogh. And this is a famous painting of him. Now it looks not so cool, to be honest. Nowadays it's a little bit dull, but he's famous because of this painting, and it's called the Potato Eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is because in the Netherlands we eat a lot of potatoes because in our soil that is easy to grow. Simple as that. Yeah, that is what is behind. So I looked up some dishes what we typically eat, and I'm going to show you and explain a little bit what it is. And so from left to right, you see it is always mashed potatoes, right?
Mashed potatoes. Lots of mashed potatoes, yeah.
Mashed potato. All three of them have mashed potatoes.
Yeah, all three have mashed potatoes, although there are three different dishes. Yeah, on the left, we call them boerenkool with worst. So you see there, cabbage, mashed potatoes, sauce, gravy, sausage. But then in the middle, that's again mashed potatoes, but it is with sauerkraut.
Mm.
Yeah. And bacon as well. And then on the right, yeah, in Dutch is called hutspot and jus en bal gehakt. That is the round thing in the middle there. So it starts with onions, carrots, mashed potatoes, meatball, and gravy.
Mm.
These
We
are
actually make homemade meatballs.
yeah, this is homemade meatballs indeed. Yeah, we do that also a lot in the Netherlands. Now, going on a little bit with the Dutch things, I did not make so many, but this one I think is also pretty Dutch. On the left hand side, you must recognize that to some extent. It's potatoes.
French fries.
French fries, yeah, that's how you would call that. Huh? But over here, we have two names for these things. On the southern side of the Netherlands, we call them friet. That's like fries, a little bit like, sounds like that. But if we go a little bit more to the north, then they call it patat. And that is, I think, from the word potato, right?
Potato.
Yeah, funny, huh? And you see here these things here lying.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Wait, what?
don't think you have such things in US typically.
D6? I think it is.
No, this is short fried. Yeah, I tried to translate it ragu, but I'm not sure if that says something to you. It is again a sort of mash of potatoes and meat and all kind of stuff.
Oh.
I think instead of a long strip, we have onion rings here. I believe it is.
Yeah, and then fried. Yeah.
Yeah, because it says quart fries onion.
Okay, but that is for in here because I put this fry here in this picture because this is what we call. I will try to translate it one on one. So it's like fries on more.
Mm.
Yeah, and what that means is on the fries they put onion, peanut sauce, tomato sauce, curry sauce, and mayonnaise all together.
That sounds pretty good.
That does sound pretty good.
Yeah. So that is, I would really say something that, yeah, that is really Dutch, so to say. I do not like it because I'm not a raw onion guy, but I do understand the mixing up of all the sauce.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Then in the middle, there's a sort of soup, but that is really, if you eat this soup, then you're done, so to say. Because again, as you see here, there's peas in, potatoes in, carrots in, celeriac, I don't know how to pronounce it, bacon, and again, sausage is in. So it's like a complete meal if you eat this soup. And
Oh yeah.
the Dutch name, we call it, let's say, pea soup, that is then erwtensoep, or that's a slightly different naming, snecht.
Okay.
It sounds strange, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What is also really typical for Dutch, which I really do not like, but that is raw herring, I think you call it. So it's like because we are close to the coast, yeah, we have the herring here in our seas. So it
It's
is,
pretty good.
yeah, if
Might
you
try-
like it, it's good, of course, yeah. But I'm not a liker of that personally. But we eat it raw here, huh? So it's only the head off, and then we start eating it as you see that person doing there. Yeah. You can also have it on a plate like this, but I think that's more for the non-Dutch people.
Oh.
Yeah, that is, I think,
Wow.
what
That.
it is.
Yeah. I don't know if I would dig the raw herring.
No, I
I might
mean,
try it.
it isn't a taste that you, yeah, should like or not. I can
Yeah.
remember my parents, they did, no, not my mother, but my father did like it, the herring. But what I did like, I don't know, we had it in jars. It was then a sour herring. So it was like in a jar for a long time. Then it was
Okay.
more soft and you could, it was already all the stuff from the inside was out. So that was easier to eat, so to say. I
Oh,
like
God.
that.
Okay.
How do you eat it raw?
Yeah, that's, yeah, hey, I don't know why they eat it raw, but they put it in a bucket with a lot of salt water, so it gets a little bit salty inside, so to say, and they do not
It's tasty.
warm it up. It's just raw. That's, yeah, how they do it.
It does look pretty tasty, but I don't know if I would get food poisoning or not or something.
Yeah, because it is raw, you say. No, I
It is-
think it is. It's not really an issue. The idea is also if, yeah, they have these only stands where they only sell this, huh? And fries and stuff like that. But it's only allowed to get them in the morning and sell them that day. So they cannot sell it the
Oh.
next day. So it's,
Okay.
yeah, there is of course yeah, some safety things on this.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Do you guys do sushi over there?
sushi. Yeah, we also have that, but it is not typical Dutch, right?
Yeah. No. 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 No.
No, I
That's
think
about.
the only thing what we have completely different from I think US is that the US has, let's say, a lot of franchise. We have a McDonald's. Now that is one thing. We have maybe a Burger King. Now we do not have it in Etteleur, but that is then a franchise, and we have a few other franchise eat stuff, but most of it is it's not like that. It's not with a franchise.
We try not to go to the franchises.
Yeah.
As a family, we try to go to like the mom and pop shops.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's the price of the franchise here for their meals is it's about the same price as if you went to like a sit down diner.
Yeah.
So you might as well just do a sit down diner.
Exactly. Now, I think that is more common here, what you call sit down diner. Now let's go to the other end of the card. Hey, we looked at this already before. Cycling, it's one of your hobbies, right? So I had some questions. We did it also last week, but we go over it one more time because we did not record this one. Then this question: who is the fastest on the bicycle? Paul. Paul is the fastest. Then you already know the next question, I guess. Who can do the best tricks on the bike?
Me.
That is Brock. Yeah. It's good. Okay. Now I have a very difficult adult versus teen in the next slide. This is going to give us a headache. At least your dad, probably. So here we go. I'm first going to show it and read it. There is no such thing as too much gaming.
Oh, there is a such thing.
Yes, there is such thing.
Yes, there is a such thing, but
yeah,
but on the weekends that yeah, you're correct. It's nothing as too much gaming on the weekends.
I would have to say all the time there is too much gaming. I would rather go to the skate park than gaming.
Oh, very good to hear.
Yeah,
because
there's nothing as too much gaming, but I will admit I do like it on the skate park.
Oh, okay. So it's more a trade-off. Like, oh, I also want to trade. But then we skip the gaming for a moment. I do think, because that is really a problem. At least what I hear from, I do not have children, but from colleagues at work, etc., that children like the gaming too much that they cannot let go, and they do not go to the skate park, and they do not go play with friends. So it is very addictive.
I will play with friends on the computer sometimes.
Then it's still gaming, because if that person that you talk to is not a real person, how would you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I've seen them in real life.
That is true. I agree with you. Yeah? So if you recognize the person, but watch out, in the future this is going to be a little bit more fuzzy, because they have these AE coming, and it's getting better and better, and they can simulate persons already, huh?
Yeah, because there's something like there's things about AI.
Yeah.
That's what we call it here. There's things about AI about how they were like making AI people to like tell them that they needed money or something to give them like the bank account information.
Yeah,
they were using AI bots to scam people.
Yeah.
But they did make an AI grandma, which I think is hilarious. They made an AI grandma that would like talk about her kids and waste a bunch of time. And they were saying one minute that they're trying to scam this AI grandma could be a minute that they're actually scamming someone else.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that a while back. A group of smart individuals created a AI grandmom that the scammers would call.
Okay.
And what the AI grandmom was doing was scamming the scammers, making them take longer time with that AI grandmom.
Yeah, and not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, of course.
And then like the scammer would say, "Hey, have you turned on your computer today?" And the guy is like, no.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a turn. Turn on your computer.
Ah.
You
How
like
do I do
drive.
that? Where's the button? Okay, good. Now, I think we covered this topic. Let's go in this direction. Whoppa!
Motocross.
Finally, we're here. Motocross. So, what do we have in mind? I think I have a few questions and again a little bit of mix. Yeah. So, let's go to the first question. That is for Paul. What was the first bike? And then
CRF 50.
CRF 50.
Yeah, it had little training wheels.
Oh yeah, that's what you told me. Indeed, with training wheels. To be honest, I've seen it in photos, but I've never seen it in person. Because at my track, I also see the young guys sometimes. But what nowadays is pretty common is all the electric type of. It's not a bicycle. It's like they start
Yeah,
really
the
small. How did you call them, Bert? I do not know how you call that. Just a
Oh,
walking bike.
yeah. Well, yeah. I had the boys on an Osset.
Osset.
So we bought the CRF 50 with training wheels.
Yeah.
And then a guy I used to ride with, he had his little boy riding the Osset with no training wheels.
Okay.
So then we picked up the Osset for the smallest Osset for the boys.
Because that is what I see at the track, that you have these really small kids and they cannot cycle yet, but they can sit in that thing and they already have a sort of small gas and it's just electric and it goes speed so that they can hold their balance or just pedal a little bit with the feet and that is how they start creating balance, you could say, on two wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also.
Those are so what's popular now is the Stasics. The Stasics they were just coming online. I had already gone the path of the Osset by the time those came out.
I think that is
So we just stuck with the Osset.
Yeah. The other thing with the Osset is there's a little panel. You like take a rubber cover off.
Yeah.
And then there's little knobs that you can like change the speed, acceleration, top speed.
Yeah, that is
like that.
perfect. In fact, I would say. Hey, I have a picture in here. We looked at it last week as well, but you can tell me again, Paul. What are we seeing here?
The one on the left is the CRF XR at the XR.
Okay.
40.
80.
CRF 80.
Yeah, that's 80, yeah.
And then on the right is the what's it called? What is it called? CR 85.
But the left is the 4-stroke and the right is the 2-stroke, right?
Yeah, because the one on the left is easier. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to ride in like. Yeah.
On the trails.
Yeah, on the trails because there's a lot of like hills and stuff. You might go slow and it might stall.
Yeah.
But the 4-strokes are kind of tough to stall.
Exactly, yeah. It will just walk on. And it is a shifter or not? I cannot see that.
Yeah, there's a shifter.
Okay, so there is a shifting bike. Okay. Yeah. I can remember I rode such a similar bike once in my life when I was young. So a little bit older than you. I think I was 13 or something. So I think I do know the feeling a little bit of how that feels indeed. It was fun to ride, I can remember. Okay. We go for a question for Brock.
CRF 50 in the Osset 2.5, I think.
12.5.
12.5.
12.5. Okay, good.
Yeah, we both had the same starter bike.
I think so. It makes sense that you took the same one. If the experience was good, why go for another one? Now then, tell me what we see here.
Both pictures are the YZ65.
Exactly, yeah.
The one on the left is the same place where we took Paul. Well, not the same place, but the same track as when we took Paul's picture.
Yeah, exactly. Huh? Yeah,
Same track.
cool. And is that difficult here on these rocks? Because I see you standing there. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Huh? Did you walk all the way, or did you also ride some part?
We rode most of it.
Oh, lucky.
There's a part where it was really struggling, but I was really struggling.
And the right half in this picture? Where is that?
That is at our local sand track, but the sand is actually coal dirt because there used to be a coal mine.
Oh.
Well, the river next to it transported boats, which the boats had coal. And then they dug all the coal up, and then they grabbed all the pieces they could save or they could use. Okay. And the rest is like, and then they just left the rest in
the sand from the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why it's gray.
Okay, cool. Now, often do you ride with the bike?
Summertime, I think 2 to 3 times.
Yeah, spring.
3 times even?
Spring to summer we ride most of the time. Then towards winter we start to ride less and less.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Huh?
So like once we hit December, we stop riding.
We rode yesterday.
You did not? Why not?
We know we did ride yesterday in our backyard track.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so you did ride, but then in the backyard. Yeah.
Going to Sleepy Hollow this Sunday.
Yeah.
If the weather holds out,
if the weather
it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but if it doesn't rain, we're gonna hit up Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, cool. And what's there? A race again?
No race, just practice.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to ride yourself over there?
The boys will.
Whoa, that will be cool.
It's a motocross track. They're not quite old enough to where I can practice myself yet. A little bit older.
That will come. Bert. Don't worry. Paul, we talked about this last week as well, but
I would say it's really fun because there's a lot of times where like you feel like free. I guess it's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. You feel free. Yeah, I agree. Okay, good. I did a little bit change up with the next question because for last week it was for Paul, but this week it is for Brock. Oh, sorry. Do you prefer jumps, corners, or just full speed straight lines?
I would have to say small jumps.
Yeah.
Like small jumps or whoops.
Whoops. Oh yeah.
Andy whoops that are separated. A good amount.
Yeah. Cool.
It's like whoops that are separated a lot.
Yeah.
With feet in a full speed straightaway.
Okay. Cool. Okay. The next question is again for me, and I don't know who asked the question, but you can tell me.
Me.
Yeah.
That was me. Brock.
That could have been me. I don't know. Who was it?
It was Brock.
Yeah, it was Brock. Okay.
Yeah. I did think about it, this question. Close to me, there is none. And I have to be a little bit careful with these things. I also do not search for this. I know, for instance, there is a guy at my work. He said, "Oh, Christian, do you do motocross?" He didn't know that from me. And he told me that he bought an enduro bike, for on the road, but also off-road. And I asked him, "So where do you ride? Do you go to a track, blah, blah, blah?" And he says, "No, I never go to a track." And he told me that where he lives, he drives with his buddies and they drive for half a day on somewhere. I do not know. He says, "Yeah, we have enough roads and small bushes where we do not bother people, where we just drive by. And most of the time, you have to think about farmland, and where there is from one farm to the other farm, there are these dirt roads, stuff like that. That is what's there. But for motocross, to be honest, I've been in no, that's a really long time ago at a grass track type of thing, and that was there because they did not build a big business there yet, and it was ground for building big things. I don't know, big buildings for doing business. I don't know what it is, but it was open, and I heard about it from somebody saying, "Oh, you can drive there a few rounds, especially in the winter time." And then our tracks also get closed because it's then too wet most of the time. But that track, because it was grass, well, most of the time I could just do a spin, and I at least had some experience and feel. But I do not search for it so much because I know that a lot of the enduro guys, they just drive somewhere into the woods and out of the woods, which is really illegal, and people complain about that, and then they say, "Oh, the guys with the dirt bikes that are the bad guys." So I try to stay away from that.
Hmm.
From
That makes sense.
because it already has for a lot of people a bad taste. Yeah, because
Yeah.
dirt bikes are loud, and to be honest, a lot of people do not like that. Simple as that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not aware of in my neighborhood where it is, but I also do not search for it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. The next question is for both of you, and that was also there last week. So for Paul and for Brooke, who's the coolest famous rider? Start with Paul.
I would think Cooper Webb.
Yeah. Cooper Brab. Yeah.
Eli Tomac.
Yeah. Eli Tomac. Oh, cool. Yeah. He's been around for a long time, and he has a special way of riding his bike. So, yeah, I think they're cool guys. And the funny thing is, I never watch American television, but I do know these names, and I only know that because I'm on my phone, and then these movies drop in because during a race something happened with one of those guys, and then I get to see that, and then I get to know the names, and that's also because AJ is talking about this in the Moto Academy a little bit, but I never watch it personally, but I do like how they ride. It's really cool. Okay, again a question for me, the next one. So let's have a look what that is. I don't know who asked it. How is the motor part supply in the Netherlands? Chew.
That was Paul.
Yeah, I do remember that, to be honest. Yeah, I was not really certain what you were looking for, but I was thinking, yeah, let's just put something on the slide. So for myself, here's the website of the guys from where I bought my Stark, for instance. And if I need some part for my Stark, there's just online from this company just a list of all the parts, and I say, oh, I send an email, I need this part. Can you send it over? And it's within 3 or 4 days. It's at home. Simple as that. Yeah. So that is not really huge thing or difficult thing. For my Fantech, that's the other motor that I have. I have a local dealer. It's called Frans Sanders Motoren. That's Dutch, of course, huh? And what I normally do, I say, I call him up. I say, Frans, do you have this? And sometimes he just has it in stock. I can just drive there and I have it. I have, for instance, chain, sprockets, stuff like that. He has that in stock. But if something is broken or a new piston, sometimes pistons he has also as well. But yeah, if it's something a little bit more special, then he has to order it, and most of the time within 1 week we have the part.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, so you go mostly back to the dealer to pick up the parts. Do they have, like, here we have like Motorsport and Rocky Mountain ATV,
Yeah.
like places like that where we can order part. We typically don't go back to the dealership to get parts.
Oh.
So is that different?
Now let's talk about this a little bit. I also used to drive a blue bike. That is the TM racing motor, and for
Yes.
that one, we always did the maintenance ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's also why I put that thing in. Here's it's over there. It's a cross shop, and I used to order it indeed online. But the same story. I ordered the part, and 3, 4 to 5 days I have it at home, and I can install the part. So
Okay.
it's pretty much okay. But to be honest, with the Fantic and with Frans, yeah, he's half an hour away from me. So what I often just do, I put my bike on the trailer, I drive there, I said, Frans, it needs to be fixed. And he does that. And he also puts the parts on. Yeah, sorry.
Call me when it's ready.
Yeah, call me when it's ready. And that's what happens most of the time. Yeah, and of course, it's a little bit luxurious, I would say. But yeah, I also want to do this stuff, right?
Yeah. You have to balance your time out for sure.
Yeah. If I'm doing all the maintenance on my bike, often if I remember it for now last year was already a little bit transition, but the year before I was always on a Saturday busy with the bikes.
Yes. Yeah.
And now I said, okay, somebody else is going to do that for me, and it gives me time to do this stuff or other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We do the same thing. If it's something that I can knock out pretty quick, I'll do it. If it's something,
I think
then
so.
we drop it off and have them call me when it's done.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, is that not everything in life like that? Yeah, I mean,
it's
a little bit of trade-off, huh? Okay, another question for Paul. Here we go. When do we replace the air filter, Paul?
Usually we replace the air filter once a week, like towards when we often ride.
Yeah.
When we get towards the fall or winter, since we start riding a little less, we change it, the air filter a little less often.
So every ride, maybe, or every week.
We're probably actually gonna change it today, I think.
Okay. So you're going to check it, and how do you know it's dirty enough to replace it?
You just see if it's like really dirty or like a bunch of dirt on it.
You're not touching it?
Yeah, you don't really touch it. No.
I always touch it. Just feel and then, there's sand on my hand. I replace that thing. Okay. Hey, the next one. Brock, pay attention. You should know it by now. We practiced it last week. After you wash the bike, you
oil the chain.
Oil the chain. And why do we oil the chain?
Why do you oil the chain?
So the chain doesn't rust and just not really work how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Or just not working.
10 points for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Next question. I don't know who asked this, but it's again a question for me. Here we go. Who asked me this?
I think this was me.
I believe it was Brock.
Brock? So, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to explain it in words, or do you want me to explain it with some video? Because
I mean, I guess video.
You guess video. Okay. Yeah, I also guessed that, but I didn't know. Yeah. Let's have a look. I do not drive one tracker, so let's go. Here we go. different track. And again, a different track. Again, a different track, huh?
Yeah, hello.
And again, a different track.
Alex.
And?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like different from like all motocross tracks are the same, but it was pretty cool. The first one looked pretty fun.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
The first one I showed the longest, and that is indeed because that is the track that I drive the most often, huh? Where the song was in the background as well. Yeah, for me, I like driving a little bit different tracks. I'm not such a huge fan of very soft tracks. A sand track, that's not really something for me a lot. But I do practice it because I showed you also with the corners. That was really sandy. I do a lot of practice as well in that, but that's just for getting more balance. But yeah, I like to also a little bit deviate. Sometimes go this, sometimes go there. No, just fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but which one was your favorite though?
Yeah, I know that was the question, but I cannot really answer that. I think the first track, yeah, is very close to a favorite track because it is not so far. The jumps are all sort of doable. It's not too scary, and there's still enough fun with corners, jumps, and stuff like that. So and there's whoops, all kind of things. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything and still safe, you could say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Now we're going on for quite some time now, but tell me if you're okay. You're still alive.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I have a random question that
Go
I
ahead.
got from the first thing that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So I heard it gets cold early, and I was wondering what would winter be like? Is it like super snowy?
Over here, no, because we are very close to the ocean, eh? So relatively, you could say that um, going from summer to winter time, that goes very gradually. Although what we do have in fall is that we get quite some rain, and that's why it's pretty green here. So therefore, it cools down a little bit quicker because of that. Yeah, because it starts raining quite a lot. But if we go to winter and let's say Christmas time, now the ideal world would be for most people that there is snow. It's not that we do not have snow, but it's not really normal as well. So if there's snow, then it's maybe this tiny bit, yeah. And sometimes it happens. I've seen that in my life that we get maybe 10 centimeters, and we can make snowballs, but that's more an exception than it is normal. What is a little bit uh, more likely, so snow is not such a thing that happens often. It's more that it does get cold, so it does start freezing in the winter. So around let's say Christmas time or something like that, then it could be in the evening freeze for yeah a few yeah that I want to say a few degrees, but I mean Celsius, so that doesn't say anything. But it is just below the freezing temperature in the evening, and during the day it's around the freezing temperature. So what you then see is that the lakes and the small puddles and whatever that you have, they start freezing. And what is then uh, maybe January, February, what sometimes happens is that there is enough places frozen so that we can go ice skating on the lakes or something. But again, that's not every year because the winters are also a little bit warmer quite often.
That's the complete opposite of what we were thinking.
Yeah.
We were thinking it was like snow from like November till
no snow. We do not have that here often. It's not that we cannot have it, but if you want to have snow, you have to really go to the mountains, and because the Netherlands is even below sea level, yeah, it doesn't make sense that it gets so much snow. So
okay.
How is it below sea level?
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, we are below sea level on a big part of the Netherlands.
Land around it, like the land around it, is above sea level, and then like divots in.
No, I can even make it more seriously scary. Maybe that we have what they call dikes. Did you ever heard about that?
Dikes?
Levees.
Dikes.
What?
So it's a piece of land that is built in this way. Yeah, like a jump, you could say. But then, well, maybe from here to there, 10 meters or something, and we have that just at the coast.
Yeah.
And over here, the water is higher where the coast is. On the other end is the land, and that's lower.
Like, do you remember when we were working at the farm, the levees? Do you remember the pieces of land that would keep the water separated per field?
Yeah.
Think of that, but much larger.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, those like small.
Yeah, how it was like.
Yeah, exactly. That is
Like
exactly
There was
what
like
it is.
Yeah. You got
Oh.
But then
You got it.
way larger. So I said 10 meters. I say 30 feet. I should say at the bottom, something like that. Yeah, and on top
Big.
maybe. Yeah, it depends on where we are. Yeah, we have that. So around our coast, along the way, and on different spots, even in the water, we have that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have that's really something that was created. I don't know exactly which year, but we have a big flood in the Netherlands, and they start building all of these things, and also in the waters that they could close doors. That is how what is then made, metal doors, so that the flood cannot come in.
Like the gates and the irrigation ditches.
Yeah, gates. Yeah.
Just big gates.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it like flooded often.
No, luckily not. That happened. I don't know exactly. It is about 10 years, about I think 52, 1952, but
Oh,
I'm not sure about the exact date. But it was a real disaster, huh? Because
yeah.
people were drowned, cattle was drowned, because half of Netherlands was in water.
Mm.
So it was really terrible, that situation. So luckily that doesn't happen anymore because they built the dikes higher and they built these blockage. Huh?
Yeah. Worked on the infrastructure.
Yeah, yeah. But it is a little bit funny that I think where I live, that is sort of you saw that in the map, huh? That I'm sort of halfway, and already the water was here. So you
Hmm.
can see how far inwards that is. So it's half of the land almost.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah. And if I go, let's say, more to the west, then in fact that there it's getting lower. Yeah, my track, for instance, where you saw that's more to the west, is 1 hour to the west. Ah, that
Yes.
is way below sea level. It's probably
That's
1 or 3 meters below sea level.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, I'm going to show you something, and you can respond to this. What do we see here?
Who do we see?
Coach
Coach
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Coach Michel. And where
Oh,
was
we're
that?
at-
Where was that?
Where was it?
Um,
Do you remember?
Rocket.
Rocket,
Go ahead, Paul. You
Rocket
got it.
MX. Rocket
Rocket
MX. Rocket MX.
MX. So,
I'm wearing the same hat as last time.
exactly, huh? So, Paul, this question is then for you.
I think turning in like there's like a rutted part and like turning in that was like learning how to like properly turn in that.
Yeah.
Was helping me a lot.
Yeah. It's difficult, eh? To turn in a rutted corner, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an old guy, and I even at my age I still find it difficult. Yeah, I practice that every time to do that. And if I'm sort of lazy, I will just skim over them. Yeah. What else? Eh? What else should you do? Okay, the next one for Brock.
I would have to say the rut and the turn.
Yeah.
It was frustrating.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, you can see how it is. And did you do more exercises next to the ruts?
What?
More
Did you do
exercise,
more
other
exercise?
exercises?
Did we spend more time at the ruts or at the jump?
I would have to say rut.
Yeah. And did you also have to drive with one hand?
Did you do the one hand drill?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
He did the stand up drill.
He did the stand-up drill, but not the one-hand drill.
Ah, you did the stand-up drill. And how was that, the stand-up drill?
It's
You,
stand-up drill. I don't know. There's this one corner where it had like a tons of little dirt
uh-huh.
balls, and it was hard to stand up in there because
Yeah.
like you need to sit down to contribute the weight.
Yeah, because else you're going back and forth because you have the bumps, right? And you got out of balance.
Yeah, because then your center of gravity. Because when you stand up,
Mm-hmm.
your center of gravity gets higher
Mm-hmm.
than if you're sitting down. So
Okay,
Become-
and what is if you have to stand, but still want to keep it low, what should you do?
I would say go as fast.
Yeah,
like-
nee, but you said if I start standing, then eh, all the
Also
weight
the-
is here on top, and if I sit, it's there. But if I need to stand, what can I do to sort of get it down a little bit?
Sink the heels.
Sink the heels, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do we do with the butt?
Drop it.
Oh,
Yeah.
stick it out, eh?
Stick it out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're looking at this, but that's all right.
Okay, good. Next question. For Paul, we talked about this already, and I think you were busy more. So if you're in the app, What do you do there?
Usually, if I'm in the app, I'm usually responding to comments, or the one time I was commenting
Mm-hmm.
on a bunch of videos.
So, and what is the added value for you if you comment on somebody? What is the added value?
What do you learn on when you comment on somebody's video? What do you get out of it?
Exactly.
I'm not looking to get much out of it. I'm just
Okay.
usually I'm looking to like compliment or like try and help them.
Okay, so you try to motivate people. Yeah. Wow, very good. Very good. And that's also, I think, what this app is about, that we can motivate each other a little bit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, very cool. We had one thing open, and I cannot remember it from last time, so you have to tell me again, Brooke.
How do you properly jump?
How do you properly jump?
Yeah, like get off the jump, what to do in midair, and land the jump.
Okay, yeah. So to survive it, else if you do not know what to do, you die. That's what you say, or what? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's remember it. Let's put it. Let's make it into a short movie and put it in the app. Yeah, Brock. And then let's see if Torque the Turtle will answer. And I'm almost 99% sure that he's going to do that. Yeah.
What do you think, Brock? Do you think he's going to answer?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Let's be positive on this. Now, I asked you this time, this question last time as well. Who should I interview next? And last time you said I should interview AJ. But yeah.
I want to change. I would say change that to Coach Mitchell.
Yeah,
Coach Mitchell. Okay. You want to learn more about Coach Mitchell. Now, that is a good one because, to be honest,
It'd be a fun guy to interview.
We hear his name often, but we do not see him a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had him for coach in your class, so.
Yeah. He's a pretty nice guy.
Coach Mitchell.
Yeah.
You're next, maybe. Yeah. You asked me the same question. At least that is what I got from your dad. Yeah. Who do you think I should interview next?
That's me.
Yeah, that is the thing. There's so many people that I can interview. And I'm like, yeah, where the hell do I start? I can only do this so many times. And especially if it goes wrong, with you guys, I have to do it 2 times. Mm-hmm. Maybe you did not know, but AJ also does that. So he records an whole hour or 2 hours and then he forgets to press the record button or something. So I'm not the only one making these mistakes. I did write something down, and that was a little bit, a little bit taken from what your dad said to me. Maybe we should interview some of the girls in the Moto Academy app, or the ladies.
I was also thinking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe if there's a family in the Moto Academy app, you should interview all of them.
Yeah, like
the whole family.
Like, also interview the kids.
Yeah. Okay, so so for you, it's also important maybe to do some kids. Now, good. Let's keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Writing this stuff down.
Thumbs up.
It's time for the thumbs up.
Yay!
Cool. If you like the podcast, please give the thumbs up. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Moto Academy community, use the link in the description below.